Walker. He goes by one. Walker, the goalkeeper to beat. He keeps the goalkeeper. That's the first goal. Brilliant. Norman Mania regained possession, putting it forward. A shot taken into the back of the net. Oh, that was a cracker. That was stunning. That was brilliant. Oh, coming off the left foot of Dante Ricketts. In possession. Going by one. Swing the pass forward to Beach. A shot by Beach into the back of the net. A left foot.
The Light Blues St. George's College had a dismal ISSA Manning Cup 2021 football season where they failed to advance from the group stages. The Neville Bell coached unit, who have won 22 Manning Cup titles in their history, finished 5th in the group with 6 points from 6 games. However, the 9-time Walker Cup champions were walloped in a few games, one against Jamaica College where they lost 6-0 and another against Calabar going down 7-1. In fact, they lost 4 games and won 2, which is one of St. George's College's worst ever schoolboy football season. Now, Coach Bell, speaking to Sean's Law, says, point the big finger and blame him. This for St. George's College's horrible 2021 season.
The quick answer, Sean, is lack of preparation. There was so much uncertainty. First, I wasn't too enthusiastic at the first because I didn't think the competition would be played. And then when I spoke to the boys, the majority of the boys said they would not take the vaccination. As a matter of fact, the majority of the boys got the vaccination, I think it was 3 days before we played our first match. I think we played this Saturday, I can't remember what date, but they got it either the Tuesday or the Wednesday. All of that wouldn't be their fault because if you remember, Pfizer wasn't here for a while. So when they decided to take it, Pfizer wasn't here. So there was a lot of uncertainty, there was a lot of pushback with the vaccination, and I didn't think we would even have a team. Sean, every year I start in February. I go to the gym in February every single year. We do 2 days a week. We don't come on the field until end of June, early July when exams are over. Didn't go to the gym, not even one single session this year. Every year, as you know, since 2011, we have a pre-season tournament. Never had it this year. Every year we play KC in the Europa Cup, which is an important match for both teams. I mean, George's KC could be marble. It's interesting, it's serious, we want to win. And that game is just before Manning Cup, and it's hugely important because you kind of get a chance to look at some of the people you're not too certain about because there's a little pressure in that game, little tension in that game. We never had that. And the most important part of our pre-season is usually our 3/4 week camp every year, where they eat 3 meals every day. Thanks to the late Neville Bell, we train twice a day. That didn't happen. 4 or 5 of these youngsters, the last competition they would have played in would be 2 years ago, the under 14 competition. So when we found out that we were going to play, I decided, well, these kids have never played Manning Cup before. We had one single player who played Manning Cup before. So I had to give up something to get something. And I can remember when Rene Simons was here, he decided that he wanted to improve our first touch and stuff. He never did a lot of physical. So I kind of said, all right, I need to get these kids to understand how we want to play, get them to understand, playing together. So we didn't do any physical, we didn't go to the gym, we didn't run any steps as we do every year, we didn't run the sand as we do every year. So it was lack of preparation. And this might surprise a lot of people, but I take responsibility for that. I am the coach, And when you don't prepare, and then you have inexperience and youth, you're asking for trouble. And we got ourselves in trouble. The scores really, it's not the scores that bother me, to be honest. I mean, Jurgen Klopp got 7-0 from Aston Villa, I heard someone say I should resign. Or no, actually the person said I should be fired. So I guess Klopp should have been fired too. And I'm not comparing myself as a coach with Jurgen Klopp, don't get me wrong, but things are relative. So he's in the Premier League, I'm in the Manning Cup. So the score in itself, if you coach long enough, almost everything will happen to you. It's the first ever happened to me. And what bothers me more than anything else is that some people might think our performance or lack of performance was due to the lack of quality with the youngsters that we had on the field. And that's not so. That bothers me even now because these kids are pretty decent players. They won the under 14 competition. There was one who went away with the under 15 team. We had a national under 17 player who played in the Premier League. So they had some quality. We just never prepared ourselves properly for anything. And again, I'm the head coach here, and I must take blame for that. I mean, We lost one goalkeeper to another school. We lost another goalkeeper who went to the army. I'm so happy for that. And then we lost a third goalkeeper because he was going to the police force and he stopped training. And then I found out that he wasn't ready to do that yet, so we had to grab back for him. So we were short in many, many areas, but the biggest thing I find was the lack of preparation. It means absolutely nothing. You know, when I came here in 2007, Sean, and this is my third stint, I was here late 80s, early 90s. And then when Rennie Simons came to Jamaica, he said that if you're a coach in Jamaica, you can't coach anybody else, you know. So I had to quit. I came back for a couple of years. There was a little issue at school, and I decided I didn't want to be here. And then I was told we had a female principal for the first time, and someone asked me to kind of come and support, and I said yes. When I came back, I told the group, management group, coaching staff, I said I want this competition, or this school to be competitive. I wanted the program to be competitive. And what I meant by that, we must be spoken about every year, that we have a chance, you know, as you guys would say in cricket and stuff, you are there or thereabouts. And I came back 07. We won 2 titles 08, we won 2 titles 09, we won 3 titles 2011, won 2 titles 2012. I got to 2 semi-finals in 2013. Remember KC beat me, not KC, Excelsior beat me on penalties in the Walker Cup. I remember that 4-all draw against Woolmers that I lost that in the Manning Cup at the National Stadium. Then we won the Walker Cup in 2014, 3 finals in 2015, won the Super Cup. We lost Dominic 2016, and I don't know if you remember this, but in 2017, in the quarterfinal, 4 of us ended up same points, same amount of goals we gave up. It was Stats, George's, Trinity, and I think Woolmers. And we had to play over Stats to see who would get to the semi-final. And we lost on penalties. 2018, we got to the final. And 2019, had we beaten Excelsior, because JC, remember, got to the semi-final with 2 points. We had 2 points, Excelsior had 2 points, you know, and JC got there. So I have accomplished that. So if 2 bad games or 1 bad season and everybody started to jump on and say, I think that would be harsh and I think that's unfair. And as you said, it's the first time you see this. And you've been around me from I come back here. So I think anyone speaks like that, it's unfair. But that's not up to me. And at the end of every single season in my life, not only here at St. George's College, I sit back, you know, I reevaluate. Do I want to do this again? Can I do it again? Do I have the drive to do it again? And that will be no different this year. I will sit and find out what I want to do next year. But I don't think we have some good kids. We have some good kids, Sean. And the good thing about this is that all of these kids who played this year can play like 2, 3, 4 years, you know. So we'll be fine. We had a couple of bad games. And I don't know if you saw the games, but I think the Jamaica College game, we got 6-0. We directly assisted 5 of those 6 goals. And if people don't understand what I mean by that, first one is a penalty. Second one, we were passing out from the back straight to a JC player, back a minute, 2-love. Third one, passing out from the back straight to a JC player, back a minute. Fourth one, fifth one, you know. Calabar, almost the same thing against Calabar. So we made critical mistakes. We made them at the wrong areas of the field. But these kids are young. These kids are, as I said, we have 1 player who played Manning Cup before and 2 who played at this level because we got Lamont from the Costa Cup. So I don't know who is panicking. Maybe the old boys. And the old boys might not like to hear this, but I'll say this deliberately. I think more than the 6 and the 7-1 is who beat us 6 and 7-1. I don't know if you so these old boys have this great rivalry with some of these schools because they are traditional schools and no one wants to lose to them. So it's the 6-love bad, 7-1 bad, but I think who gave us the 6 and the 7-1 makes it worse for some of the old boys. I have no issue. I have absolutely no issue. I report to the principal. If she wants me here and I think I can still do it, I'll be here. If she doesn't want me here, I won't be here. And if I don't think I can do it, I won't be here. But I won't leave George's because I lost 6-love and 7-1. I won't leave George because I didn't come out of the zone. And then usually, as you know, we have home and away games. And I always tell the kids, we have about 10 games to get this right. We had 6 this year and we didn't get it right. I take responsibility. I am the head coach. I take, whether it's responsibility, blame, whatever the word is, that's on me, not on the kids. And that's all I would like everyone to know. The kids are not bad players. The coach didn't do a good job. You know, I would like to think, they say a team takes a coach's personality. It is something that we speak about. I don't want anybody to enjoy losing. I don't want anybody to think that it is all right to lose. but I want everybody to know that you will lose in life. And the champion doesn't always win. The champion always gets up back after you knock him down. We will get up back. These kids will be fine. These kids will be wonderful. And we will move on.
He goes by one. Walker, the goalkeeper to beat. He keeps the goalkeeper. That's the first goal. Brilliant. Norman Manley have regained possession. Putting it forward. A shot taken. Into the back off the net. Oh, that was a cracker. That was stunning. That was brilliant. Oh, coming off the left foot of Dante Ricketts. In possession. Going by one. Swing the pass forward to Beach. A shot by Beach. Into the back off the net. On left with it.